everyone, it's Raelcline and you're watching another Supernatural review, and this is season 2 episode 17, Heart. I'm gonna be here and doing like a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into this. This is an episode. So obviously I think we should start talking about with this, like the monster of the week. So the monster of the week was a werewolf, which we actually have not seen yet. We've seen vampires, and so seeing werewolf makes sense. Like I feel like when they were writing season 2, they were like, it's about time we do a werewolf episode. But you know, vampires, it was like, oh, this is our first time with vampires. And so werewolves, they like had a line that was like, oh, we haven't seen a werewolf since we were a kid, but we know how to kill it. So when you it's something they have already come in contact with, they can't have the episode be like, let's figure out how to kill it. Like, let's figure out how to kill it, because they already know. So what they have to do is like, figure out exactly who's a werewolf. Like there has to be some mystery to it, and I think they were like trying to figure out what's interesting. So I guess with like a werewolf, they're like, okay, maybe it seems like this one person's a werewolf, but it's actually this person is a werewolf. But because it's so easy to kill werewolves, they need to have it be something else. So it's like this girl is the werewolf. And you know, last episode we were talking about like the plot twist. Like the plot twist is that that girl was the ghost. So obviously like this is not kind of towards the end of the episode. This is like kind of the middle of the episode where we find out that the girl is the werewolf. Like, I don't know necessarily like if you can call this a plot twist. I mean, it feels a little bit like a plot twist, but it doesn't hit as hard as the last episode. I feel like when plot twists are like at the end, like it like hits a little bit harder, but like it was like meant to be like just like figuring out who's the werewolf. And they also like didn't know for sure if the other guy is the werewolf. So it just like, it's a little bit of a plot twist, but not really. And so what's interesting, I guess we haven't seen with any other monster yet, and that was kind of a little bit of like what they were able to add to this episode to have it be really an episode, is kind of like figuring out like how do you, someone who's now a monster, how do you not make them a monster so that they can live on so you don't have to kill them? And so kind of werewolves make sense in that way. Is like, you know, they could have done this with vampires, but I guess when they came with the lore, it didn't work. So I think werewolves will work a little bit better because vampires are kind of like dead, I guess. So with werewolves, like having it be like, oh, maybe if you kill like the werewolf that turned you, like it will like make you not a werewolf anymore. And that was kind of something that was like spread out throughout, but like it hasn't been confirmed. And so they wanted to try it. And so then they killed the werewolf that turned her, trying to save her life. They wanted it because she's like a nice, good person. And like, it's interesting too, they had the werewolves be like where they black out and don't remember, because we see werewolves in the future in Supernatural, and I don't think like that's really a thing. It might just been like these couple of werewolves, like they black out and like don't realize that they're killing people. And I think like they need to have that in this episode, because like it doesn't make sense if they do remember. So then sometimes in Supernatural, they like blend the lines with the lure to like what they need with the episode, and like that's just like how it is. This is also like our first time, not our first, well, our first Sam intimate scene, but like this is our second time seeing like an intimate scene, and so it's kind of like, was that really needed? Like sometimes I always think about that thing in Supernatural, or well, in shows and movies in general. And I feel like, I mean, like it added to it, like the importance of trying to save her. But, and so the end is like a really, really sad ending, because it's like, you know, we exhausted every situation and the only solution is to kill her. And so it's like a really sad scene, and like Dean is like the entire episode being so humorous, and at the end you see him tearful and stuff. So it's like kind of why was this episode needed, and it kind of gets more into the fact that like Sam's like, I'm a monster, kill me, and Dean's like, no. And so it's kind of like, it's a little bit different, Sam, because you're not just like killing people not realizing it. But I think they kind of wanted to do an episode with werewolves, and they wanted to add it because we're pretty much like at the end of season 2, and they like need to further along like the Sam guilt and everything. So I think that's kind of where this episode came together and came from. Obviously this episode does have the saving the girl element, and I feel like last video I said how that episode, yes, it had like technically it was saving the girl, but didn't feel like saving the girl episode. This one felt like such like a saving the girl episode. Like last episode I was like praising the writers for like making the woman not sound weak and like whatever, but this one they just like made the woman sound so weak, and she's like, yeah, men come to my apartment and everyone's like, oh, she's so pretty, and this is only happening because she's like so pretty, or what, I don't know. It upsets me because I thought they were doing good, and then this happened. It's not good. Anyway, we're gonna end that video here. So comment below your thoughts about Heart. It's an episode a lot of people remember for a reason. And so yeah, I'm gonna do another video. Okay, bye.